deal. Do this live. I'm back to normal. The magic wore off. Some underestimated and took a real loss. Betrayal made some look like the enemy. Now they feel the pressure of more than 10 of me. I taught you to wall it out. Scorpion, centipede. They don't have the slightest ideas when I intervene. When you hold all the good cards, it's a different story. I made it happen when things wasn't working for me. Skeptics are always skeptical. When it comes to what I structure, they remain unethical. It wouldn't be all of this if I ain't come forward. My truth is still written with drum kicks and chords. They don't know me, cause I don't hang in the parlor. Professionally, I got new points to charter. My intelligence show forth when they claim they smarter. Some running in the streets just to be a martyr. They broadcast they got sight but missed the archer, who let one fly right through they armor. I hope them seeds y'all planting ain't from the bad farmer, bit by a snake for being a poor charmer. I been killed them off, so this the hereafter. They had lots to say, but wasn't a real factor. I'm the benefactor, well known at nature's place. Lied your way here, so now you're lying in nature's face. Hard to balance anything in life without grace. Get turned around at the door like about face. They lacking. Never had wood for the fireplace. Always mad at everything they couldn't embrace. I engineered the session. This is just progression. Jealous ones acting out, it's just suppression. Me handling mine is just their depression, and I'm hard to live with, so they seek confession. Since the fallout with Geffen, them hoes been guessing. The truth just don't hurt, it weighs heavy when processing. It's beneath my leadership to level down. They like the dust in the desert when it settles down. I grew partnerships, rings and poker chips. When this naval cannon blows, it sinks battleships. Circle, circle this way till I pin your angle. For a world that's a lot of things but never thankful. Wrote life for my tomorrows and spoke them. I drop power daily, that's why they couldn't host them. They'll play the game as long as you bet them, and keep you in a dead past as long as you let them. The moment you raise up, they swarming like summer flies, trying to kill off your name with fake shade and lies. My defining hour, like Barakina at the tower. Dr. V banging my love and honor power. Cowards couldn't swallow the facts, I'm self-made. Sharp edges, my brush kit formed these fresh waves. Flattery's still a vehicle to nowhere. That's why everything I release sounds so rare. Even blind eyes see a lion's no horse. When I cook up, it's a presidential main course. From the poker room, I send a missile to the joker room. Wouldn't want to be him when the sweet come with no broom. Some things you wait your entire life for, while rhyming for love, endorsements, and encores. The recipe and ingredients like I was extra P. Sightings of me is normally where the greatest ones be. No cares in me for how these haters be. I draw lines in the sand quick from A to Z. Get these whack rappers that axe with English from the wrist, in case they ever thought they had flows like this. Lyrically in depth like Kobe's details. And just cause you hear me don't mean you hear well. That breath of fresh air you need to inhale. Your first sign from heaven cause you been a living hell. My harvest comes in like Rolls Royces and Bentleys. No promotions needed and we sell out weekly. Unofficial ones still talking tryouts, while I'm securing everything when the call come for the buyout. Mad love I gave and showed never got back. I ain't changed, just focus on other games despite that. I strike with claws when these wolves show their fangs. Yeah, they sleeping on me. 3-point range, Danny Ainge, yeah, she's sweet on me. Nicknamed her Candy Cane. Classic is every game that they play outdoors. If I ain't here to win, what would I come here for? I took the whole world on like it was second nature, and handle mine cause if not, they'll assassinate you. Stuff they say supposed to fascinate you when it ain't got one thing to do with what makes you. Dark clouds surround me, just a brainstorm brewing. The outcome of my thoughts produced a strong union. Born member of truth, every day is communion, and discoveries show who ain't got common union. The Grand Abbot who put an end to a juvenile's havoc. Joy rides for bad habits, smelling spoiled like bad cabbage. A Virginian vet who overfilled some Brooklyn Nets. Pressure made this rare diamond, that's why I never felt vexed. I fathered civilizations, gave it love and patience, a bright future and a purpose on how to embrace it. Observations ask, is it Aretha's or Kurt Franklin? Not a concern of mine as long as these lions stay banking. Was 14 before they ever knew of the zone. I built muscle in it. Now they like, look how the university's grown. Very thin line between passion and wrath. This is not the same as an absent-minded craft. My business straight, regardless the lines they use for clickbait. I attack momentum the very minute they body shift weight. People do things, but I don't care the second they motion. I show up at every site as the definition of devotion. Their past has no bearings on the future I now live. The living word, effectual prayers and ad-libs. They all call you honey when topics around money, but to a male catamount the situation sound funny. They talk bars while I hold vaults and arsenals. Plus my life is too real to be entertaining a carnival. On one accord, regardless was loaded on my board. My power played, then the crowd say, oh my Lord. The sweet fruits of my labor, $1,000 bills and nectarines. The journal of a rhyme master who spoke eternal things. The daybreaker, but I'm cool as a shy light. Personally, every verse I released was 9 mics. My becoming was more than just imagining greatness displayed on high definition, though some only saw it as greatness. Still deliberating the facts of how I'm still penetrating, or how I found tune my soul through oscillation. 9 months later, my gold cap and gown graduation, and every moment I spent writing was liberation. Left home and still became a great nation, despite what some thought of me and how they still hating. Lover of real hair, I left relationships for it. While they digging up Lazarus, I ain't waiting around for it. I'm here for everything some thought they could steal, and reinforce everything they thought they could kill. All I see is them running away, dodging leadership. They don't know my number unless they album need a hit. Grandest ever since my first ASR kit. Just in case them ones forgot who started this shit. You changed for some out of love, but they never changed for you. Then turn around and one start being jealous of you. All behind them papers I signed for my new Lotus. Just a gift to myself for never losing super focus. These dreamy eyes of mine will get that pussy every time. Climax and lay up in the juices of her mind. It's perfection, perfectly placed on every line that led common to commit to spending a lifetime. Law of attraction, my soul became a lifeline that brought you closer to me at the right time. Can't trip out of state in a car that's a gas guzzler. Can't queen abroad that's just an ass hustler. First thing came to my mind was how crazy is it for my wisdom to ask Pharaoh's daughter who baby is it? Since they want to play the game of calling everything different, I hope they gain the full meaning of this scripted sentence. Here for it all, including Shielders and Chi-Chi's list. Southern mantis with a northern fist. Life stares at attention until I say dismissed. I escape the penmanship of these troubled minds to govern my entire kingdom at this precise time. The deal.